Gerald.
What's going on, guys?
How you doing?
Gerald, what's the mood around the team today?
Well, I mean, we're in adjustment mode. A couple guys came back positive today for COVID, so we're just trying to adjust to that and keep going with the daily routine.
What's the level of concern over those positive tests, or just kind of where things stand across the league right now?
Hard to say. I mean, for me personally, coming from someone who's already had the virus and gotten over it and got back to regular scheduled programming, I think it's definitely just something that we got to continue to work at and just hope for the best possible situation. And, we got to continue to work and continue to try to get to the playoffs. But, it's definitely a key thing that we didn't want to happen, but it's an element of reality, so we just have to keep doing what we can.
Do you feel better having had it already right now, or do you have no idea because it could be who knows what?
I feel good. Trying to stay on the positive end of it, but I worry about those guys, Tyler and the receivers and everybody else who's on the staff that came back with the results. But it's definitely something tough to deal with on the body and on the mental. But we're gonna stay closely connected to those guys.
It was your positive test that kept you out of the Rams game the last time.
Right.
What's your level of excitement over facing your former team?
Feels good. Finally be able to see some of my old teammates and be able to compete against them in our race to the playoffs. I was really bummed out that I couldn't see them last time, but watching it from home, it'll be different from watching it through my visor. So I'm excited to see them.
How different will it be to go against the defense in real time, not just as you practiced it last year?
We'll see. I'm definitely excited for it, and I'm going to keep preparing this the way I've always prepared and, just hope that my number's called.
Gerald, when was the first time playing alongside Aaron Donald where you saw him up close and were like, oh my God, this dude's like a different sort of guy?
Probably my rookie year in fall camp, just seeing how fast he was off the ball. And, I was one of the offensive guys that spent some time with him outside of the facility, so he's a pretty cool guy to get to know, but even better athlete and even better friend just to be able to call up and, talk to from time to time. But it'll be good to face him Sunday, see what he's going to do.
In what specific ways does running the ball the way you guys did against Houston impact the passing game?
Well, you have to honor the run in order to respect the pass, so that's something that we hadn't done as efficiently as we did Sunday. So it was good to see Rashad get out there and break some of those big runs so we could open up the pass game.
Was some of the struggles, like when Russ came back and with the offense, was some of that attributed to that? Just the running game wasn't helping the passing game?
Hard to say. I mean, we had tendencies that we were trying to get away from, and defenses had pretty good game plans, and they came out and performed well and executed, and just came down to the wire for a lot of those games. And hopefully we won't have to have a situation like that play out again, but definitely Russ coming back and trying to get the run game going and take those shots downfield definitely have to go hand in hand.
Gerald, how rough was the 49ers game on you after that?
It was tough. I mean, both mentally and physically for me, because I know what kind of player I am and the player that I want to be eventually, and when I finish my career, the things that I want to do. So that game didn't exemplify that, and it was tough. But, my teammates stood beside me and kept my head in the game. And even in practice, coaches, I asked for them to be harder on me, and they did, and I responded well last week.
And how good was it for you to bounce back like that, get in the end zone last week, and have that kind of response to it?
It felt pretty good. It was definitely a test for me, for one, but just knowing that what I want to bring to this team and the type of person and the type of standard I hold myself to, and just getting back to that.
From what you've seen of Cooper Kupp, he's always been active, but even more so without Robert Woods. What's the best way to take him out of the game plan?
Shut him down, really. I think we should go man, and if we don't, then we should definitely have a bracket set for him. But Cooper's a great guy, great athlete, and he's definitely going to try to find a way to get the ball, and I know McVay's going to definitely find ways to get him the ball.
What is it about his style? Because it's not, he makes tough catches, but it's also yards after catch and just the toughness. What did you experience alongside him?
Just a guy that just has the drive to be great, the will and the consistency and the work ethic. Day in, day out, I've seen him come to the facility and do everything that he can, and that's why he's successful.
Did you play tight end growing up, like in high school still?
Hardly. Probably about 5% of the time.
Would you play in high school?
Just receiver. Yeah, receiver. Probably about 200 pounds soaking wet. Yeah, but I've definitely grown into my frame and put on a lot of muscle over the years, but I didn't really start playing tight end until I got to the Rams, really.
No You were a receiver at South Alabama too?
Pretty much.
Around the same weight?
Yeah. I was like 215, 220.
Why the move to tight end?
Just being able to do more. Just trying to bring more of a complete package to a team or organization that, will utilize me.
Shane your coach at the time? Tight ends coach?
When I got drafted, Shane was my first tight ends coach.
Was that his idea to move you or no?
No, I mean, I was on paper, I was a tight end in college and at the combine, but I moved like a receiver. My frame was like a receiver, and my utilization was everything that a receiver does. So the Rams it saw fit for me to become that hybrid tight end, so they could still split me out or bring me back in and block.
After what happened a couple weeks ago with the tough game you had, what did it mean to get in the end zone last week?
It felt great. Just to get back on track and to put myself back in a position to where I'm most comfortable to be, and that's just thriving and dominating.
We talk so much defensively about Aaron Donald, but how does Von Miller complement that front?
Oh, they're all great players and great athletes, and they're definitely going to try to come off the edge and get to the quarterback, but we're definitely going to compete and be just as physical. So I'm excited to see the matchups.
How did you end up at South Alabama?
Just college. I didn't want to settle for anything, and I just wanted to keep going until I found my fit. So long story short, I was at UAB with some of my good friends, and the football program just collapsed and left all of us trying to find new places to play, and I wanted to graduate with my class and still be in the same draft class. So I decided to not stick around, but I decided to transfer, and I came out 2016, 2017 class. So I just wanted to keep the momentum going.
What kind of offers did you have out of high school?
I didn't really have that much because I only played my senior year, so my test scores came in late, and a lot of schools were afraid to offer me because they didn't think I would qualify. So they kind of put me behind the 8 ball, but if I would have signed to a Power 5 school back then, who knows how that would have played out.
When did the NFL become realistic to you?
Probably about 2014, 2015, probably somewhere around that time where I started making those plays and making ESPN top 10 and, Senior Bowl invites and scouts reaching out and trying to find more information. That's probably when that started happening.
Be an NFL receiver?
Well, yeah, at first, but I'm still an NFL receiver. It's just I can play more than just receiver. So at the time, it was kind of tricky. I probably turned down some schools because they wanted me to play tight end early on, and I wasn't trying to just be a 3-4 down blocking tight end, hand in the dirt. And as you've seen the game evolve with George Kittle and Everett Ingram, and across the league, you see guys that being more receiving threats than blocking threats.
Since you've been with him before, what have you noticed about the way Shane has handled this season being in charge of the offense for the first time?
He's definitely staying positive-minded, and he's definitely one of our leaders. And even though this is his first year, he's always handled challenges well since I've met him back in 2017. And I can't say enough about the guy just from the way he goes about his business.
What's it looked like and felt like this week? It seems like there's an added sense of awareness with everything that's going around the league COVID-wise, and now that's hit your building. What's it looked like and felt like?
Well, this is just a first-class organization, so we're trying to do everything the best that we can, and even today adapted to a couple of the positive tests, and everybody's just going to retest and just doing everything that they can and just trying to be the best we can be. And now we're about to transition to practice, so we'll see how that goes.
Is every player retesting?
I'm not sure. I know I did for one, but just everybody who felt kind of weird or who thought they may be a positive or who thought they should double check, just went back and tested. But I'm still under my 90-day grace period from coming off of the COVID list, so I just went ahead and do it just for precaution.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you, Gerald.
Thanks, Gerald.